basically. Yeah. So this is going to be your flaccid dong goes inside of this. Flaccid. So this is flaccid, I guess, when I'm hanging around or whatever the fuck. It started getting too tight for me, I'll be honest with you, at flaccid. What is up, Jersey Flex people, audience, bros and dudettes? Hopefully bros watching this. I don't know why a dudette would want to get an enlargement. Assuming by the title of this video, Fallophil, lucky for you guys, I'm a very transparent guy and I don't mind posting my journey or experience here, because those that personally know me behind closed doors, wink wink, can't disclose too much because it's YouTube, they know that I'm sporting a nice rod, so I don't need to hide from that. Enhancements are enhancements. That's why I took steroids back in the day, blah, blah, blah. I will give my disclaimer soon that I am not a medical professional. But chances are, if you've clicked on this video to learn a little bit about Fallophil, you are in the market for enhancing your pecker. So whatever reason that is, you want to be sporting a tree trunk, you want to be loading a log down there and split some cheeks. I don't know what to say, but we're going to start this video off by saying, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Boop. And I promise when you click that button, it'll make you 10 times more handsome. And just for the sake of this video, longer and fatter where it counts. So we're going to go ahead and roll that intro. Kaboom.
Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know. There's no going back, and I'm loving you, I'm loving the chase.
All right, guys. So welcome back to the featured presentation. This, for me, I'm a very transparent kind of guy, so I'm not too shy about communicating what's going on in my personal life to a certain extent online. So I will say, those, like I mentioned in the intro of this video, those that do know me, and obviously I can't go on Google here and show a picture of my peen on YouTube. So yeah, no, you guys are not going to see any of my genitalias. Whatever. You're not gonna see nothing that is inappropriate. So YouTube police, we're fine. But those that do know me in a personal light, they know that there was really no need for me getting this procedure, to be honest. It was kind of me having bucket loads of fuck you money and saying, why not? I mean, because as far as us men can remember, and before I get into the real details of what's actually going on, and if you're considering doing this for yourself, what to expect down in your nether regions, and what my personal experiences are. As far as men can remember, there's toe tap under the stall, locker room talk, jokes about, ooh, my fat girthy sock. I'll have to say sock, because I don't know what YouTube allows me to say according to their guidelines, but me and my fat sock, you know. So anyhow, there's been locker room talk amongst the dude community since, oh, me and my big schlong, me and my this, my that, me, you know, suck my fat blank. It's just been dude talk since the beginning of time, okay? So when you present the opportunity, even if you are formidably endowed, the opportunity to go even bigger, most dudes that have watched a bunch of corn are going to say to themselves, why not? I mean, the adult entertainment industry portrays these baseball club, elephant trunk swinging dudes basically splitting cheeks. So yes, in the dude mindset, bigger is better when it comes to this. So that being said, those who know me personally, there was no need for this. I just chose to do this. And I can imagine that there are some people out there, unfortunately, that are doing this because they have to. If that is you, I commend you and I wish you a speedy recovery and I hope that it goes well. That being said, what can you expect from this? Okay, so I went with and I know that there's multiple companies. Give me 1 second here. I'm pulling out a little card. I chose to go with, I don't know if you could see there, if the focus is in, Fallow-Fill. Okay, Fallow-Fill. It's in the name, phallus, fill. I will say this quickly as we get into the nitty and gritty. It will not increase the length of your Johnson. If you have a short Johnson, you're kind of screwed. If you get too much of this done, it'll just kind of look like a fat potato and keep going till it looks like a pancake. Don't do that. If you stay within the girth enhancements of your size lengthwise, like, it just doesn't make sense to get, Coca-Cola girth when, you're sporting 3 inches of glory. I mean, maybe a little. But that being said, full disclosure here, I chose to go with a 12 syringe package. So each time you go for a session, the session lasts about an hour long. They inject up to 4 to 6 syringes of filler on the left side and the right side. Not 4 to 6 altogether, but let's say you're getting 4, they'll do 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Followed by, the filler is followed by 1 or 2 injections of lidocaine to numb the area. If I got to give a pain measurement, the pain being at a 1 to 10 being the worst, like, oh my God, my willy's gonna fall off. I gotta say I was at about a 1 to 2. It got painful when they were injecting the lidocaine for obvious reasons. There's nothing numbing it. So as they're injecting that, you do feel kind of like ugh. And then once you get over that, then you're pretty much good to go. So, and the filler, you really don't even feel it. And I remember too, with my doctor, when she had finished, I'd looked at her and I go, and I just started laughing because it just looked so fat. I was like, holy crap, that's really my Johnson. It was like, whoa, wow. I feel bad who's on the receiving end of this. Now, if somebody feels loose after this procedure, you're for the streets. I'm sorry, because that is just like unnaturally fat now. But, so back to what I was saying. Each session, you're going to get 4 to 6 possible filler injections. So I chose a 12 package. So I have to go back for a second one coming up in about a few weeks from now. The recovery time, which I'll also talk about as well. I believe it's pronounced hyaluronic acid. It's the same derma filler that they use for lips. So for the post 7 to 10 days max, it's actually going to be increasing. The size of the filler will increase because it's pulling water from other areas of the body. So if you stay hydrated, you're probably going to maximize results, I would assume. But it'll continue to expand and grow. So basically the initial result when I looked at my willy, and I didn't want to look at it while she was injecting my slinky because I was freaked out. I was saying to myself, I digress. Who the hell would want to look at their penis while it's getting injected? I'll be honest with you, nobody. So I was like, I don't even want to look. I just do what you have to do. When you're done, let me know and I'll see. And then I did, and I was like, that was basically my reaction to it. And that being said, for 7 days leading up to this, and I wasn't allowed to take off my garment. They give you a garment. I have an example here. I know it is basically, yeah. So this is going to be your flaccid dong goes inside of this. Flaccid. So this is flaccid, I guess, when I'm hanging around or whatever the fuck. Basically goes inside of this, and it's to keep all the filler in place while it heals. It started getting too tight for me, to be honest with you, at flaccid. So these results are phenomenal, I will say. And I don't know if it's due to expansion or what, but I was told, 3 or 4 days after the procedures when I'm finally allowed to take it off. You can shower, you just gotta like leave it on. I took it off and I was like, whoa, that's really my dingus. That's just huge. Wow. And again, I didn't really need this, so it's kind of just like adding insult to pain to whoever I go to bed with. Not my problem. You can walk like a pair of pliers back to your car. But that being said, when I took it off, that's when I noticed. And so each session, depending on length, because if you think length, they inject it into the shaft. You're going to receive 4 to 6 injections in your shaft. You can expect to receive a 1/4 inch to a 1/3 of girth in circumference each session that you do. So I purchased 2 different sessions. So I'm expected 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, I assume. And this is determined more by biological structure and basically your predisposed size of what you are lengthwise. The longer it is, the more filler it's going to take to get fatter, basically, so for lack of better words. So hopefully this gives you some kind of explanation. They said to me, according to the recovery sheet, which is on the back of this, you'll get like I can't really get it to focus in, maybe something, nope, all hope is lost, screw it, fuck it. Anyways, so on the back of this, it says bruising is normal, which I do have bruising. Again, I can't show you. Bruising and swelling could last anywhere between 5 to 10 days. Phenomenal. Throughout the day and before bed, make sure you tip of the penis in warm water for sensitivity and not beginning to swell or turn blue. If it appears swollen, cold, numb, or blue, remove the back of the rubber band and applicable and remove the rubber band, resolve the issue. Remove the sleeve and notify us immediately so that we can get you another sleeve. Remember, the sleeve should fit snugly. We prefer not to increase the size unless absolutely necessary. Wear your silicone sleeve for 3 days after treatment, even when showering. Remove and clean on the 5th of Saturday. Avoid sex and self-pleasuring for 10 days. I assume self-pleasuring is doot doot. So on your 3rd day in the warmth of a shower, remove the silicone sleeve, wash your penis and sleeve through antibacterial dial soap if wearing a bell cap, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here, this is what I wanted to get to. Wear your silicone sleeve for 3 weeks, except for sex after 10 days. Clean as recommended above every 3 days. Remember to bring your silicone sleeve back to your next appointment. If skin irritation occurs from the use of your silicone sleeve, treat with 1 part triple antibiotic ointment cream, which I do have that. I have that for cuts and bruises because those of you that follow this channel regularly know that I am a plumbing contractor in the state of Florida. So that being said, I experienced a lot of cuts and bruises. My hands are full of them. Can't really see due to the distortion of the brightness of this camera, which I tried fixing at the beginning, but it did not do shit. So that being said, that is all you really need to know. Some people purchased, according to what the doctors told me, they purchased the 20 injection package. I don't really need that much because I feel like I'm going to just kill someone at that point. And then it becomes non-pleasurable to the person I'm sleeping with. And, I'm just doing this for a little bit of an ego boost and a little enhancement because why not? Let's go down the list right now. Women have lip filler, tummy tuck, BBL, boobs, makeup, endless supplies of hair products, hair salons, nails, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. 7, 20, 30-step facial routines before they go to bed. The list is endless with the amount of shit that women do. Men, if you're born with a screwed up facha, a fucked up face, you're screwed. The only thing you could do is maybe go to the gym and then you just look like jacked, but you look like a toad to begin with. Now you just look like a jacked frog. So, men really get the short end of the stick if they're born not pretty looking. So there's very few things you can do as a dude. One is acquire currency, make money, F biatches make money, get money. You could do that. So money makes you more attractive as a dude. But again, you're still stuck with if you don't look right, there's very few things that men can do. And going to the gym is one of them. Making money is one of them. And now I guess this is added to the list. So for any of the chicks out there that want to give you a hard time about it, why did they get a boob job? Why did they get a boob job? If they had boobs to begin with, why'd they get it? If they had none, why'd they get it? If they got a BBL, couldn't you just go to the gym and work out your butt? Shouldn't you just be happy with what you got? So my bottom line is, if you're a dude thinking about doing this and a woman is giving you a hard time, no one cares. Do what makes you happy. If you feel like you're gonna feel more confident and the bedroom is gonna be more pleasurable for you to go with this, I 100% recommend it. Because I will say, like, just the look on my face when I took the sleeve off for the first time and I saw how fat that thing looked, it was just like, that's gonna break someone's butt. That's gonna split someone in half. Oh, probably gotta censor this part out. But if you've enjoyed this video, and I will say, if you have any questions about this, you can go down, find my socials, message me, whatever may be. If you have any questions about this whatsoever, Fallow Phil, I 100% recommend calling them for this, and they have locations throughout the country. But go ahead and message me, subscribe, comment, whatever your questions, comments, or concerns may be. I hope that I brought some humor and made this video entertaining, because at the end of the day, as much as this is a medical thing, it's a very light procedure. It's very minimally invasive. You're going to get the results you want. It's going to be fatter. You're basically going to have a log down there. Just go for it, man. If you got the money for it, go for it. It's really not that expensive. I think one treatment's like $3 to $4 grand and change. So there's package deals. So if you want to get multiple ones, you buy them as a package, and that's really that. Any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them below. Hit that subscribe button. It's your boy Jersey Flex, and I gotta go train these legs. So roll that outro. Bam.